No! No! So that pinch me bloody cheese and onion and butter then. Hi guys, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, here I am with my sidekick. She's been trying to push my bloody new camera off the side this morning. I caught her. So I've got a pile of these Canon cameras. It's just a new one. I only bought it because of the lenses. I've got a Canon, same as a few of them actually, Nikon cameras. You know, you got one camera, do you really need 4 or 5 of them? But hey ho. And it does 1080 as well, so we can do videos with it. I've got all the mics and everything what goes with it. It was a load of gear what went with it, so I ended up buying it, and it's in this case. It's got everything with it. Like I say, I've got piles of these cameras, all Nikon lenses, Canon lenses. I'll watch Buttercup here because she's got a trick of pushing things off. And yeah, take the lens cap off, turn it on. It's got one of these picture things on it, and away you go, just took your pictures. So yeah, it does, like I say, it does video and everything. Nice bit of kit, more toys. I love me toys. We put this back in here before Buttercup decides to break this one as well. So what we've been looking at, you can see all the fur all over it. A bloody killer. Not exactly moving, are you, eh? So that's a quick look at that. I forget what the camera is now. I think it's 200, 400. Nah, don't matter. It records in 1080 anyway, so that's good. So I've got another camera. Yeah, I just had a cheese butty there. Still got another one. I've got lots to show you this week. I think we'll start off with my brother though. He turned up, he sent me a message. Meet me at the gates, I've got your bag of tulips and daffodils here. Bring your wheelbarrow, put the phone down on me. Oh, I don't need a wheelbarrow for. So I amused him, you know, I went over there. He opened his boot up. Yeah, he did have a bag of each. The only trouble was these are sacks. It just took me forever to get rid of all these bulbs, and he just brought me 2 big sacks of them. Not only did he bring me 2 big sacks, he brought me dad 2 sacks. So I know as soon as my dad would start moaning at him. He says, "What you brought these for?" He said to me, "Do you want any more?" Oh, no, thank you. Never going to get rid of them all. So he's looking for people who wanted them anyway. That's his problem. But yeah, he dropped me a couple of sacks off, so we've been putting some in there. The bed out here, I'm going to show you me doing that now, and I'll show you the sacks what he's given me. I did give Mike from putting along a big carrier bag of daffodils and tulips, and I also give Rick and Tracer a big pile of tulips as well, and I also palmed a load off onto Deborah. Well, she palmed some off onto me the other day. She come over with what are these ones? These are mascara, white mascara. I do like them, and she brought me a couple of bags. So I says, yeah, right, okay. go and help yourself in there. Take as many of these daffodils and tulips as you want. So you might even hear me tell them to take the bloody lot in the video I was doing, putting some rhubarb. Well, I'll tell you more about that in a bit. But let me show you what we were doing here, and I'll show you these sacks that he brought. Beautiful sunny winter's day here on the allotments. First time it's not rained in a week. And my brother's just dropped these off for me. So I've got you some daffodils and tulips here, a couple of bags. So bring your wheelbarrow to the gate and I'll sort them out. So I'm not stopping, I've got to go and take a couple of, take some round to my dad as well. These are the bags what he's dropped off. They're like, these what the red ones here, the tulips, they're just starting to come up now, so they need to be planted. There's hundreds of them. And then there's these daffodils, so we're going to throw some of them into this bed. I just give Mike a pile from potting along. He's just took a big carrier bag. He'll probably be back and get another carrier bag. I think he might want some for his garden. But yeah, this is what my brother's dropped off here. And he's took 2 bags around to my dad. So when my dad sees them, he'll go up the wall because he can't, it's nowhere to put them. His garden's absolutely chock-a-block with them anyway. So just hope he doesn't ring me to say, Mark, do you want these daffodils? Last thing I want. But yeah. He did have said, you want some more? So no, I don't want no more, thank you very much. So I've got more if you want some. So no, I don't want them. Now we've got another 3 bags of these over in the shop, but these was what Aaron's brought. Apparently there's a project that they've got going, and they dropped sacks of them off for them to use, and they couldn't use them all. So he's brought some down to the allotments. And the same guy who's given him, he's also give our Carl. Our Carl's a friend of his, so. And actually, the guy in question's a friend of mine as well, because he's got a fishery, and these was to go around his fishery, and they got that many, they couldn't use them. So yeah, a wheelbarrow full of daffodils and tulips. Can you believe it? Well, you wouldn't believe it unless you've seen it. So yeah, get a few of these tulips in this bed now, and then what we'll do, we'll give them all away. There we go, give them all to the plot holders. That should make a few people happy. There's Buttercup in the greenhouse, sun in the backside. What are you doing? Eh? Yeah. You're warming your bum, aren't you, in the sun? Yeah. You can see we've got some of these bulbs, and we're surrounded this central feature where we're going to have strawberries. Now, all around the outside we've got gladiolas. I forget what I put some flowers in here as well. Now, when these die back, what we're going to have coming up then is we'll get some calendula in here. But yeah, we thought we'd stick these things in, and they really are big. These are very big tulips. So yep, I'm gonna get them in here now. Show me doing 1 or 2 of them. No point in showing you me doing them all. But yeah, I think how many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 40 in total, all the way around. So it should look really good. I don't know what colours they are, and I don't know what they're going to be looking like, but like I say, we'll find out sooner than later, that's for sure. And we've still got almost 2 bags full here. I have been giving them to people as they're coming over. Help yourself. I don't think I'm going to do any daffodils, but these tulips definitely. Right, there we go. That's what the pattern is anyway. So I'll get my air kneeling mat and we'll put a few of these in. So these are the bulbs that we're sticking in, and it's about 6 feet, well, whatever that trowel is, it's about 5 inches. And then we just drop them in and cover them over.
Yep, they're going to look absolutely awesome, these, when they come up. Been easier with a plug, but this is brilliant. This is 5 inches. That's how deep I'm doing them. Push them to the bottom, backfill over. There we go. There we go. In about 4 or 5 weeks, they'll look beautiful, this bed. Just drop them in, push the soil back over.
yeah, just when I thought I got all my spring bulbs in, he goes and brings me 2 big sacks of them, with options for more. Next thing I'm going to show you is me flanks giving it some there. It's blowing a hoolie outside at the moment. Yeah, it's been quite mild all winter. We've had a couple of light frosts, tiny bit of snow, and that's it really. We've had lots of rain and brilliant sunshine. And I had well, you may have saw the rhubarb in the last episode, all piled up against the back of the fence, and I went and had a look at it. I was down there and I noticed that all the crowns are all starting to come to life, even though it's not planted. Got rhubarb on the top of this eye, and when I noticed on the bottom, it started to throw a load of tendrils, roots out. So I had no choice but to plant them all. So I'm going to show you me planting them now. I'll show you what they look, where they are, and then we'll show you setting them out into where I'm going to put them. You see me digging a few holes and piling them in, and show you how I'll put the rhubarb in, so you don't make the mistake others are made. Check this out. You may hear me say to Deborah, because she come over, Buttercup by the way was driving me nuts, as she always does, and she come over when she took a load of bulbs, so you may hear me say take the bloody lot. So check this out. This is me putting my rhubarb in, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. As
today
well,
we're going to be putting this rhubarb, yeah, all this rhubarb all the way along here. Now we've got a bit of rhubarb at that other end, but what I'm doing is I'm going to now pick these up and put them in, equal them out all the way along, which is going to be fun because there's absolutely piles of it. And look at it, it's starting to come up now, so we need to get it in the ground now. I didn't expect it would do this so fast, so we've got to dig it in. Trouble is this soil's like concrete, and I've got my pink handled shovel around the corner, so we're going to be using that to bury it. Well, when I say bury it, you don't bury the crowns, you keep the crowns above. The crown is this here. So what you're doing, you're planting this much here, from here, and you're leaving that protruding there. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of it. Oh God, that ain't going to help that piece of rhubarb. But yeah, as you see, it's all starting to come up now, so I need to get it in. I didn't expect it would do this. I was hoping for a really hard frost, and well, we've had no frost this year. So, well, we had a bit of frost, a couple of days. We're into February now, and oh, it doesn't look like we're going to get much frost. I do need to cut that thing down there, what's coming over the bloody fence, or push it back. This is a problem, you see, coming through the fence there, all these brambles, they're scattered all the way along here, and they're on the outside of the fence, so yeah, I'll try and push that back in a bit. But yeah, we're going to get all these now and equal them out along here, and then we'll start digging them in. I'll show you me doing with the first one, then we'll come back after we're done. And what I might do is use some of these boards here and edge it, and then put a load of chicken manure and what have you in eventually, and build it up. So yeah, some scaffolding boards there, they're no use to me really, unfortunately. I need the longer ones. Right, I'm getting sidetracked again, aren't I? Let's get this rhubarb in, so I'm just going to equal it out along here. There you go. Oh no, not you. Hey? Sugar. My supervisor. Hey? What you want? Now listen, you keep out of the way, right, while I am putting this rhubarb in. Well guys, as you can see, we've spaced all this lot out along here. Got enough rhubarb there for the whole allotment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be burying them. I'm going to get my shovel in a minute. It's going to be really tricky because this is really hard ground. This it's only been dug over maybe once about 8 or 9 years ago, and basically all what we used to have growing here is all the brambles, and they was coming from the outside, so you couldn't really do anything. But we've cut everything on this side of the fence back. As you can see, the brambles are still there on the outside. But yeah, what we're going to do, bury the rhubarb. I'll show you me doing one. In fact, we've got tendrils coming here. This is why I need to plant them. If you look, see the roots there? Look at these roots there, see them coming. The reason why this has happened now is because we've had no winter. We've had about 3 really hard frosts. We've had a tiny smidgen of snow, and like I say, this is what's happened. All the rhubarb started to come up, so we need to get it in. I was expecting putting this in around about March, middle of March, but like I say, it's the middle of February and we're having to plant it. So I didn't plan on this, so we've got to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get my shovel. It's going to be a nightmare getting this in as well because the ground is like concrete. But this rhubarb, I really appreciate it. I mean, just look at that, just sitting on the surface. I bet if I was to leave it sat on the surface, that'd just root in anyway. But we're going to give it an helping hand. You can see all the tendrils coming down there, all the roots. See them all here, all there. Right. Don't know where she. Oh, where's she gone? Oh, there she is. Are you sat on my... Get off my gloves. Sat on my bloody gloves. These are a few spare ones that I don't need. I might put them in my other bed. Right. She's after mice. Don't go down there, eh? Don't go down there. Hey, no, no, come up here, no. You're not going down there. No! No. No, no, talk to me back. You're not going down there, you get bitten by a rat. She's teared away, ain't you? Right, anyway, I'm going to get on with this. Right. I'm just bedding me rhubarb in there. Now, you see what I did there? I dug an hole and I put the crown and made sure that there's no void underneath the crown because rot will set in. So make sure there's a bed of soil there for it to sit on, and make sure the crowns are protruding. And that's all you've got to do when you're putting rhubarb in. What I will do is put another sprinkling of horse manure around these once I've done it all. But like I say, we've got quite a lot of them to do, and there's another one. Let's dig another hole. Move the root, move the like I say, it's
I'm going to come back for some daffodils because I don't want them getting mixed
take about 100 of them.
Oh no, they'll be alright.
You sure?
Yeah. So I'll come back for the daffs.
Well, you could have had to put more in the bucket there. Get another 20.
They multiply anyway, don't they?
No, you get them to multiply straight. Take another 20. Go on. Oh, told you, take as many as you want. Right, in we go. Seat that in. And what we're doing, pushing the soil underneath, all the way round. Fingers, you know. That little voice you heard then, by the way, was my friend Deborah. I just told her to take take as many tulips and daffodils as she wants, and yeah, what I would like her to do is take them all. I've got nowhere to put them, but anyway, that's the voice of my friend who's going to be helping me put my chicken pen roof on shortly. So there's another crown done. Like I say, we've got to go all the way along here. It's going to take a long time to do, but as you see, we're sitting these crowns are protruding. You do not cover the crown. If you do that, you're in the land of you will kill the crowns. But yeah, we've got lots to do, so I'm going to crack on. Let me take these gloves off. They're absolutely covered in muck. I don't want to be picking the camera up. So apart from just throwing a bit more horse manure on the top here, around here, this is all done all the way along from the top. Notice the crowns are protruding. Whatever you do, don't bury the crowns, otherwise you won't have any rhubarb. It'll just rot in the ground. But I didn't intend to put the rhubarb in today. It was because I come down here and noticed all the rhubarb actually growing on top of the crowns. So, and as you saw, the tendrils was coming off the rhubarb, so it's just a matter of digging an hole and putting them in. There's a lot of horse manure mixed in when we was filling the hole up as well, so there's a lot of horse manure around the base of the plant, so it should do really well here. But, yeah, there we go. Now I've got to go and clean my spade, my fork, my rake, and the rest of my tools. Buttercups run back up to the greenhouse up there, and can you blame her? Actually, she's in that one there. She's sat on the bloody top of the my little miniature greenhouse inside the greenhouse. What's she like? But you don't think I'm kidding, don't you? Where's me? I'm looking for me. Oh, there it is. Right. Let's show you where she is. Oh, killer. Deborah must have left the door open when she was taking some of the bulbs. Yep. I saw you, you bugger. You're going to cause an accident there. yeah, all the bulbs here, I've been getting rid of them slowly but surely. She's stuck, isn't she? I'm gonna get her down. Got yourself in the piddle, or in the pickle. Yeah, been slowly getting rid of these bulbs. Got a pile of them. Like I say, we're about halfway through them. Half a bag of each have gone now. They seem to like the tulips rather than the daffodils. Noisy bugger there. That means there's another egg in there. Not complaining. Well, I just cleaned my spade and my rake. We've been, like I say, we just finished doing them, putting them crowns in. I've got a bit more work to do down there, but it's nothing like what we had to do. Like I say, we had to dig bloody holes all the way along and put the crowns in, backfill around them. But yeah, we just cleaned them. I'm just letting the sun dry these. Yeah, we know. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I think I deserve it, and then we can get on with something else. Buttercup, like I say, she's never more than 3 foot away. Drives me nuts.
So as you see, we got them all in. We put a couple here in this bed up here. We got rhubarb here as well. It was one of the rhubarb crowns what wasn't doing very well. All the others were doing fine. So I decided to put another couple of crowns in this bed here. I'm not sure you'll be doing that, but we get to see that when I do take you on a tour of the plot. But all the rhubarb's in now. All you got to remember when you put the rhubarb in, you see the crown's got to stick above the ground. You can't bury them. As long as the crown sits proud and there's no voids around the edges, you see me giving it that with my fingers pushing the soil underneath the base of the rhubarb. As long as you don't have any voids underneath the rhubarb, it should do really well. And it's a great place for the rhubarb at the back of the fence. You may have got, God, you've got enough there for everybody. Well, yeah, basically that's what it's for. It's on. I'm constantly being asked by my neighbours, have you got any rhubarb? Rhubarb, man. That rhubarb what you gave us the other day was lovely. Well, guess what, guys? You'd be sick of rhubarb when I'm done. But yeah, we've got right the way along the back of the fence. And if anyone from outside wants to reach in and pinch some rhubarb, I won't look the other way. But we've got the rhubarb in, so that's. I wanted to do that in at least another 5-6 weeks, but hey ho, you just have to work with what you got. I also decided it's time to clear the front greenhouse of all the planters, so I'm going to show you putting the planters around the plot now. Show you where we put them, and yeah, we've made a nice little habitat around the pond for all the frogs and newts. So let me show you where we put all these planters now.
So today we're going to be taking these planters out of this greenhouse. Put these 3 at the side of my middle greenhouse, and we might put a couple of these pots either side of them. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with the rest of them. They're all coming up, as you see, they're everywhere. Doing really well. We've got crocuses coming up there. These are all tulips and daffodils and irises over there. There's all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we're going to be taking pretty much all these out of here today. So I'll set the camera up. I'll show you where we're going to put these ones now. We're going to put them along this greenhouse there. So just keep looking, and you'll see them suddenly start to appear. So as you can see, we've put them along there. They'll start to flower shortly. She's moaning. What? to you. Right? I'm busy. Hey, I'm very busy. Yeah, when I've done, right? It's the hair away. Dora the Explorer. Yep, you can't help, no. Although she will try. What we're doing, these 4 pots are going around the back of the pond, right up against the greenhouse. I've got to move these pebbles around to make them look sort of levelish. Might be wise to put a piece of wood across it and then just sit them on the wood. That's something we've not thought about. And we only just realised we could do that, so I might do that. But it's getting a board to put across the back of it. Anyway, when we come back, all these will be over there, and I'll probably be sat on here. So there we go. That's where we put them 4 planters, and they look absolutely awesome. We put them on a piece of wood on top of a load of pebbles. And the beauty of this is, once the lemon balm grows up, and the yellow flag arbutus in the pond grows up, underneath there'll be a perfect place for frogs to hide and newts, and that's where we've got newts and frogs in here. Every one of them will be returning to the pond shortly and be spawning. And underneath here is going to be perfect habitat for all the tiny frogs and newts when they crawl out of the pond. So not only have we got a nice display of tulips, which they all are, will be flowering, you'll be creating an habitat underneath all them pebbles there for all the frogs to hide. So I think we've achieved something here today on doing this on the pond. It is surrounded by planters. There is a lot of flowers around the pond as well. And there's buttercup there, that's another flower. What's she up to? Come on guys, you really think that she wouldn't be in the shot? She's there all the time. Little explorer she is. I think she's trying to figure out how to get behind all these bloody buckets. Although she might know, what's she doing there? Yeah. I don't even know why I've still got that there. What she's sat on there was a thing where it's like a propagator, like a cold bed, and there's nothing under it at the moment except for a load of pots and what have you and trays. And I've not utilised that spot for 4 or 5 years, so we might clear that out eventually and put a load of flowers or something there. That gives me an idea. If I move that blue bin there, that blue butt, I can put some more of these planters what are in the front greenhouse along there, right along the greenhouse there, along this bed. Move the wheelbarrow a bit further down that end. Yeah, we can get some of these bigger planters. They're really big, you see, and we can put them along there. Probably might be able to get all 4. Don't know. There's Buttercup, just watching what's going on. In fact, time for a break. I do have chairs strategically placed around the allotment, and what? I'm not helping you. You got to climb over yourself. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? She's going to do it.
Don't get a minute's rest. I don't get a minute's rest with you, do I? Eh? Oh. Just let me chillax a bit, eh? Let me chillax. I can't even sit down for 2 minutes. But yeah, around the pond here looks really nice. In about 10 minutes, when I get a second wind, I'm going to try and move this blue tub here, and we'll stick some of these planters down there as well. So we're going to have some colour on the back of the plot as well. Well, we've got lots of colour, but we'll have some colour underneath the trees along with the snowdrops. It should look really nice.
I'm going to see if I can move that, but I don't know if it's going to be full of water. Probably is. So I've got to drain it, and then we're going to put some planters along here. I hope I've got enough room to put the planters and my wheelbarrow, 'cause I've got nowhere else to put my wheelbarrow. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's crack on. I just realised I left the camera rolling there, but I've just brought a couple of these planters and I've put them underneath a tray. I've just been talking to a young lady at the top of the allotments, and yeah, forgot I left the camera rolling. Anyway, we're going to put these just here, so give me a second. Oh, I hope I've got trouble coming up here. Another mate of mine. Oh, is she coming? Oh, she's seen the camera, she's running.
Hey up! Oh God! I can see you. Let me turn the camera off. We know what you're like with YouTube.
So I just had my friend over there, just have to put the camera on pause then. We'll go and grab the other buckets. We've only got another 2 buckets. In fact, I might bring another bucket, there'll be 5 buckets here. So, watch this space. You can see a load of little long-tailed tits in the trees there. So this is where we've stuck them 5 big planters. They're full of daffodils and tulips, just at the side of the leek bed, and we managed to get the wheelbarrow back here. It looks quite nice actually. Around this area is going to be beautiful, full of vibrant colours. Again, the pond here, we've got all these planters here and they're full of flowers. They'll be coming up shortly. In fact, they are coming up now. But underneath the plank there's loads of places for the frogs and newts to go into. Ponds covered up. When all the lemon balm starts to grow and the yellow flag harvests start to come back, it'll be a beautiful environment for all the frogs and newts to actually be in there. So anyway, that's that. Buttercup's gone back to the greenhouse. She's in bed at the moment. She got fed up of me doing all this. But yeah, we almost cleared everything out the greenhouse, front greenhouse now. There's a few more pots left to go, so we're going to find a few more places for them, and then we'll tidy the greenhouse up, ready for putting the potatoes in, I think. Yeah.
So as you see, you've got them here, underneath the trees, around the pond. We've actually got them scattered all over the place at the side of the chickens. I didn't show you them, but yeah, we cleared the greenhouse, and what I decided to do was to sterilise all my buckets of 30 litre buckets, well at least 10 of them anyway, to do my first earlies. So yesterday we went up to up here to get some water in the wheelbarrow so I could sterilise them. Then I realised I've got no J's fluid. Well, my friend Deborah, she was up there, she says, I said, I can't believe it. I said, I've come up here and I've left the J's fluids at home. I took it home to use it on the paths at home. She says, oh, I've got some here in the shed, you can have it. She says, it's just there. So I'm waiting for her to pass it me. She said, no, it's just there. She said, get it if you want. So I went in. Got cobwebs all over it. That's why she didn't want to pick it up. Full of spiders. She said, you can have it. I said, well, I said, I'll just take the cobwebs off here. I said, no, take it. So yeah, that girl probably could take on 10 blokes at once and beat the hell out of them. But comes to spiders, she's scared stiff of them. I know, I've seen her lifting 3x2 paving stones, and she's nutted one. Landed on her face once. Blame me mate Alan for not watching what she was doing, but she's a very keen gardener, and she was insulting me the other day. She says, I put 2 brand new roofs on my sheds, and says, you still haven't done that chicken pen roof, when are we going to do it? But yeah, anyway, so she gave me some J's fluid, and you're going to see me put my J's fluid in my buckets. We're going to sterilise all the buckets, and the water that we use I'm going to tip on my path here between my shed and David's shed. We've got some moss growing, and it's when you come down and step down onto it, it can be slippery. So the best way to deal with it is to put J's fluid on it, to believe it or not. So I'm going to I'll show you it's all set out in the greenhouse. We've actually bought some more compost. Keep buying this compost. It's like liquid gold, this stuff. It's in the next year or two there'll be none of this. It'll be all gone. And but even so, this is going to all be used this year. So I've bought another 4 or 5 in the greenhouse. So I'm going to show you me doing all this. I'll show you the greenhouse where we put all the pots in and show what it's going to look like when we start putting the first earlies in. That'll be going in next week after I've cleaned jet washed the greenhouse. So let's have at it and show you what we're doing.
We've cleared all along here now. All this has all been cleared. I'm going to be putting my first earlies in here. But what I've got to do, I've got to get the jet wash and blast all this off the greenhouse. So yeah, that's the job I've got to do next. So we'll clean the greenhouse, get all the gunk off all off here and what have you. and then we can set the buckets up here. I will be getting some more of these. I've got a load in the back shed. What we do is we chips potatoes in these. I'll put egg cartons in them, put the potatoes, stack them up, and put fleece around them. They'll be going in the back greenhouse where it's the warmest. I need to put a new battery in that thermometer there. At the moment in this greenhouse it's 58 degrees, so there you go. It's good enough to sow seeds in here, and that door's been open all day. It does get quite warm in here, but yeah, these I need to sort these out. These are my pumpkin seeds as well. We just had them in here drying out. We're going to move these outside, and then I've got me my station to do all my seed sowing, and that'll be coming up shortly. What we will do here, we'll put the 30 litre buckets after we cleaned them all, and we'll put planks on the top, and then we'll put all the seed trays with the propagator lids on all along here. The ones what need it, the ones what don't need it, or what need more protection, we'll be putting in one of these in the back greenhouse. So yeah, that's all to come. You know, I'm going to find somewhere for these now, and then we'll cracked it. But yeah, the miniature tulips and these animals blender mix of different colours. Normally I have them there, but we've actually got some there, so hey ho, we'll find somewhere else. There's a nice little crocus there just starting to burst into life. To be 10 buckets, I need to give them a good clean, give them a good scrub. That's the next job to do. Once I've done that, we'll put them in the greenhouse and let them dry out. I will be using Jay's fluid to clean them, get them smelling nice. But at the moment, I say the one thing what we've got to do is just clear all this muck off them. So I'm going to get my wheelbarrow, get it up to the tap, get the hose on them, hose them down, clean them up. Then we'll come with the Jay. I've got left the Jay's fluid at home. We'll put some Jay's fluid into a bucket, into the wheelbarrow, and we'll dip these and give them a good soaking in Jay's fluid. Put them back in the greenhouse, let them dry out, and then they'll be good to go then. So that's the next job. But I'll come back when these are all been washed. Well guys, we've give the buckets a good wash, and now I'm going to put some Jay's fluid in the wheelbarrow in that water, and we're going to swirl the buckets into it, and then that's how we sterilise all these buckets for the potatoes. So woohoo! Yeah, this gets rid of any diseases. Last bucket. So basically we cleaned them all, Or you probably what you're going to do with that water there, Mark? Well, what I'm going to do is pour it on the path here, and what it'll do, it'll clear all that moss and everything. It'll kill it. It's absolutely awesome. Right, I'm going to put the buckets into the front greenhouse and just leave them there to dry out. I'll put my wheelbarrow away. That's had a good been sterilised as well, and I'll put that into the shed. But yeah, Jay's fluid. It works brilliantly. And again on the path there, starting to disappear now. The path there will stop all that moss from coming up. Job's a good one. Well guys, just set my buckets out here. Right, so we've got all the buckets in here now for the potatoes. And we'll be coming to these in a bit, but what we're going to do is let these buckets dry out now, and then we'll come back to these shortly. But I've still got to clean clean the front of the greenhouse here, clean all this gunk off the sides. But again, these are all in here, and this is where we're going to sit them to start off with. We'll get them started in here, the first earlies. So it's all ready to rock and roll, that greenhouse, except for the jet washing. I'll come back in there and do that in the week, and I'm just going to do one at a time. I don't need to do any rushing about. Now, here's the thing. I made a mistake. I made a comment about I can't buy sweet candle anywhere, and it's true. I could not find it anywhere, and I was, just reluctant to let it go. Probably do some dances anyway. I realised after 20 minutes of putting me video up, everybody wanted to reach out to us and send us some sweet candle. Well, I want to thank every last one of you for actually doing that. And the trouble was, my fairy godmother beat you all to it, and already had a pack in the post on its way to me. And that my fairy godmother, by the way, is you might know him as Muddy Boots, Nigel, top bloke. I was his very first scribe, but we are good friends. We do keep in contact with each other, and he sent me the seeds. He arrived yesterday. These are the seeds in question. So thanks everyone who offered to send me some seeds, but like I say, I don't like to take advantage of anybody, and I only realised what I said. And I knew what after putting the video up, the response, I couldn't believe it. But he sent me a little note here as well. I've got to admit, yeah, you're not bad writer, Nigel. It says, "Hello, Mark. Nothing worse than trying to locate seeds, sweet candle, and also certain onion seeds. Tell me about it. I tend to order from the websites, having had the same problem as you in previous years. Hope you have a good season in 2022. All the best, mate, Nigel." So, yeah, nice little note there, side note, and thanks, Nigel. Like I say, you're an absolute legend, mate. And that just brings me on to say to you, you really want to go and check this lad out.
like I say, he's really top bloke, knows his stuff, and he swore then. He knows his stuff. Great gardener, and like I say, top bloke. Really is genuinely top bloke. You want to go and go and watch his channel, and don't forget to subscribe and give him a thumbs up and hit that bell icon on his channel. Probably everybody who watches my channel will probably know Nigel anyway, but the ones who don't, go and check him out. And cheers, mate. And thanks everybody else for offering to help me out. Like I say, I only realised, I actually thought, oh my god, when messages started coming in, I've got some here I can send you, and I'll send you some in the post. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that. The problem isn't the money, it's where I mean, must have been about 10-15 places looking for these sweet candle, and I cannot get them anywhere. Absolutely. I tried that king seeds, and then they sent me mantis 5s they sent me. Others I tried to buy them, they sold out. It's Nigel with his carrots. I think he's bought them all. Bought all the seeds. But yes, it's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to be growing them later on in the year. I've got a bed with a frame over the top of it to keep them carrot fly at bay. So I'll be working on that bed, getting it all nice and loose for the carrots. It's perfect soil. There's no stones or anything in it. So it'd be great to do these carrots. I can't wait to get stuck into them. Anyway, next episode we do a tour. We'll get that jet wash, the greenhouse done, and I'm reluctant, but if we can get a day where it's not raining, we will do that roof, me and Debs. And I've got the roof all made. It just needs the last panel. I need help putting it on, because when I'm inside the pen I can't fasten the bolts. I'm going to be using bolts rather than rivets this time, so I can take it off easier rather than messing about with taking rivets out. But yeah, we're going to be also doing a video on the chickens as well. There's a few surprises in there, and I'll say no more. Well guys, I think we've had this long enough. Give me a second. Well guys, I hope you like the new upgrade. The beard's gone, as you can see. I did say if I had shaved it off I would stick it in on the end of the video. Yeah, when your mum says I look older than her, and my dad tends to agree, the beard had to go. But yeah, it's a bit cold. I can feel it on my face here as we're speaking. So I'm going to head off now. Get back home, get me dinner. We've been on the car boots this morning. Well, we went on one car boot. The first one, Bowlers, not Bowlers, the one at Bolton, the Reebok, that was cancelled until next week due to the weather. And when we got to the Warrington car boot, again, that was open, but there was only a few stalls on there, so it was a bit of a come down really. Absolute gutted. The coin dealers weren't there. Well, in this weather you'll never see him anyway. But anyway, I'll catch you later. Next week, like I say, we've got quite a few things to do, so I'll keep you posted. So from me and Buttercup down there, who's sat on the mat, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Goodbye for now. I'll leave it until the next one. But again, from me and Buttercup, thanks for watching. See you back here for some more next week. Stay safe. And bye for now. There's that cheese butter. Ooh. Oh god. Right, hang on. Cover me. God. Buttercup. What's it doing? How to get it up here? I've got you. Stop whining.